All right. Hello. Morning, everyone. How are we doing? What a crazy push yesterday. Oh my goodness. Insane. Did not expect this at all. So coming from New York AM session, taking out the daily liquidity, good that we had marked these levels. It looks like on a higher time frame. So if we pull up to the daily, ideally this is where we want to have our targets for exit. Let me just turn all of my notifications off. Put me on do not disturb. You. Okay, nice. We've got a daily busy resting in here now, so just want to be mindful. I'm expecting reversal from here, so you can already see on a daily we've respected this SIBI, even though this is where most people are thinking, push right up into the body of this candle. So I want to see, especially off the open, we're just positioning people to get in for a better price. I want to look for a short all the way down to previous day value area low, potentially even lower from here. So let's have a look. We can see here crazy amount of volume in this candle right here on an M3. I mean, that's massive. That's almost in line with the 930. So a lot of people have got out of their long positions on this candle, hence why I'm expecting further continuation. So yesterday, where are we at? I think we had one account hit 1.5. The rest were all sort of dwindling at. So the game plan at the moment is I'm only copy trading 2 accounts at a time. So I'm going to pick these two, 275 and 720. 20. So they're the only ones copied. We're going to run with this account first, just because maybe not this one. I think it got moved. Yeah, this one, because it's the lowest. Still got a 2K drawdown. But yeah, we've just got to be a bit careful. So max we can hit is 1.5. Only I think this account, yeah, it can get funded today if we do hit that target. I'm not trying to force it. Like really, I'm just, the goal is to get these passed by the end of the week. But like, I'm just trying not to rush that process as well. So I'm just going to put all these levels on the chart. So 3533.75. 3.75 is about here. So we're going to get in on a limit sell just beneath that, ideally where we want to start spilling from. It's our previous day point of control. So I'm just going to drag these up. 3.75. I'll adjust that in a bit. It will be around that level anyway. And then we have 3600.5 for VAH. 600.5. Yeah, that's at the high of the day. And then 3128 is our value area low. $31.28. And there. Alright, cool. So it looks like we are already starting to push. I just want to see volume at a significant level to join in here. Otherwise, we might still come back, take these highs, and then go. So no rush, no reason to chase. Trading has definitely been getting a lot better since doing this series. I'm just noticing I'm just way more consistent. Like even these accounts, we've had some of these for a few days now actually, since last week. So typically I'm just trying to do these either pass or blow in 2 days. And I think changing that mindset is going to help like once funded as well. So let's see here. If we break past this with a little bit of volume, we've already matched the highest volume to the upside. So that's giving me reason to already jump in on this short here, which we will. I'm just trying not to hesitate as well with my decisions. I think so many times I'm like, oh, should I not? It's already showing like signs, then take the trade. No point dilly dawdling, I guess, if that's the word to use. So if we can get a push up in here, we're going to scale in and add an extra 3. This is where I like dropping down now, to be honest, into the 15-second. Because I want to see on a really small time frame where people are getting involved. And volume's really telling me all of that. Again, we still got previous day point of control just above us as well. So not surprised if we blast straight through all of this. Ideally, I want to see volume start to pick up right now. So at this level, reject off here and volume start increasing. I don't know how to get rid of this. Can I can't move it? You guys can see everything all right. So we see we need a volume higher than at least this up close candle. That's what I'm looking for to scale in. We just check. I love TradingView being able to see at least the developing profile as well. So we've had a push up off the opening gap. That's definitely something to note. If we can push down now and close below all of this, yeah, we are green lighted for shorts for sure. Again, wanting to see volume at this candle, this green candle, the volume level up to here. Then I'm going to add in. Or if we lose the low. So I think that's because, again, even if the volume isn't as high as here, if all of these buyers that are going here are now, you know, trapped on their long and it's pushing against them, they're eventually going to have to sell. And so adding momentum to the downside is fine there. Again, keeping my eye on this region up here, just above our entry. There we go. Volume starting to pick up here. I'm liking that already. I just want to see volume on a similar level or higher to the downside, and then we'll scale in. I've been able to get past this here, so gotta keep our eyes on that. Again, because it wasn't higher than this volume, I'm not gonna scale in, and we haven't taken this low, so I'm just gonna mark this too. Either one of those two conditions have to be met before we add into this short here. Stops, we'll look at 200 on the account. So just above the previous day point of control here. I don't mind this actually. I think this is a good trade here. If you get stopped out, again, just move to a new account. Keep the losses as small as possible. Oh, I just realized I took this on the wrong account. This is the account that we can try and pass today. Volume's still relatively low here, so I'm not too worried until we start taking highs or volume starts picking up. It's not really too much to do here. Respecting these levels. Hey Moxie, how you doing? How's the combine going? You good? Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Still respecting this opening gap. It's not looking very good to the upside. So good, I've passed another account, so I have 3 now funded and working on 2 more that should pass tomorrow. Unreal. Good stuff, that's huge. Massive congrats. Here we go, there's that volume starting to pick up. It's the most we've had out of all these candles, really. Again, we just want to see it up here. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Let's keep trading how you've been trading. And yeah. Yes, no stress, no stress. I think I might join you on keeping at least one account for New York AM session. Like even just seeing yesterday, just the move we were able to have. Yeah, slow and steady, that's it. You know, the actual displacement, the targets is super handy. Still pushing here. Again, until I'm just waiting for that volume. New York session, yeah. It's just hard on this end because New York Open is 11:30 p.m. my local time. And working in the morning. Right now it's 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. So yeah, it cooks it. It can be a bit slow for sure. 8 p.m. is usually pretty good, like for the volatility that comes in with Tokyo Open. I usually just like trading a little bit earlier. Okay, so previous day point of control. We're actually going to look to add one in if we can tap it. It's good enough. It's close enough for me there. So significant level. I'm actually going to take the trade on these 2 accounts here. The really good entry. Point of control here. Just work with 2 micros. If we blast straight through here, then obviously buyers are going to keep their momentum going. I like this area to short. Till under, but I got sleepy. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, so beautiful. And on the lower time frames, like if we can respect this level, it's even more confluence to go to the downside. I don't want to go aggressive here. Seeing what we need to see. So, I just don't know whether we're going to have the juice to get all the way down here. 3. What are we aiming for again? 1.5. Starting to see that volume pick up here now as well too. And we're reaching these levels with this candle. We can take these highs even better. And look to scale in probably one more time here, I'd say. Risk is pretty decent. This account, I wish we had continued off this spill off, but again, we did highlight potentially tapping up into here. Previous day point of control. See, that's where we're contesting with right now. Ideally, we'd want to see a big rejection from here. If we're right, sellers should really start to get aggressive here. If we push past this to the upside, I think we're just going to keep on shooting for higher highs. Momentum is definitely to the upside, but I just have a feeling a lot of people are going to get trapped. We adjust this risk, to be honest. Just above the high, like this is an area of liquidity now. So ideally just a last little pierce up into around these levels and then big spill off to the downside. We can risk 200. These count stops probably where they need to be. So yeah, looking for a tiny little take of this liquidity and then volume significantly to the downside. looking good so far. Like on an M15, if we're struggling to get above this level, it indicates that, yeah, a lot of transactions are happening here right now. It's just who's going to be stronger. Always got to be open to the fact that buyers could take this higher. But the momentum is for now. We haven't seen any selling momentum, so we're really fronting the train here. But it's at a key level. Yeah, we've got evidence to say getting in at these levels yields good results. So just trust in that process. Try not to be afraid of it and just, yeah, letting it go. Let's wait here. We'll shift to an M3 now. So once we're at our key level of interest, I think it's important to shift back to the higher time frames. Okay, so let's go back to an M3. Ideally want to see a bearish closure here on an M3. So we've got 2 minutes of waiting essentially. If we can see that bearish closure, then I think we're green lighted for a lot more to the downside. I'm just trying to see whereabouts that would be. I think previous day value area low is a really, really good spot. So if we want to keep shooting for the stars, I think we pull back to here and then go. But I think this is all going to be ripped. Probably New York AM session again, or London. Asia seems pretty slow today, so I don't think we're going to get it in this session. And let's check the daily again. We've had 2 pretty big range days as well. I wouldn't be surprised if today's a bit of chop. Wouldn't be surprised. Struggling to get over this POC. Cool, so bearish closure here on the M3. If we can push back into the positive on our entry, we're just going to scale in an extra 3 micros. So if this flips green, we're adding in. Like our trade here, really like our entry. There's obviously liquidity resting above here, but I want to see that protected if possible. And sellers just starting to get aggressive. So we can drop down into a lower time frame now. We've got our higher time frame overview of what's happening. Volume still pretty low. Now here's our new, it's so annoying with that. Here's our new volume target. This is our peak we want to try get to. Ideally seeing it on the bearish side. Haven't taken that high yet as well. There's something to note. Alright, we're in the green. We're going to scale in here. Stops at these highs. Just want to see if we want to push back up and take the liquidity that's resting here. Able to do so. 1.5. These accounts here. Still not out of drawdown on this account, so I don't really need to be too aggressive on this one. This is the one we probably should have protected the most. But 3413 is looking like our target. 34.13, so around this pocket here, which doesn't seem too bad. We might bounce off the New York AM high, but we'll wait and see here. I think the more times we can hit this without breaking through, the better, to a point. If we like can't get lower past these levels, we just keep on pushing higher and higher, then we might break through. But again, want to see potentially this swept and then a sharp move to the downside. Looking for these highs tapped. You can see a lot of the volume is still to the upside here. That's definitely something to note. That's our first like closure above money control on a 15-second time frame as well. So for the most part, we're still holding here. We can see what we see on these other time frames, trying to get up. Just watching this high here. Last 15 seconds here for all the other higher time frames. Let's see if sellers want to hold this here. I have a feeling they will. Watching to see at least this volume here on this candle. Okay, still trying to drop down. I just want to see volume. I need to see volume of sellers getting involved. Otherwise, there's not much to do here. This high once again. We're making lower highs too. That's definitely going to be a nice indication here too. So just waiting. If we take these lows, I might consider scaling in. Making lower highs. We cannot break past this point of control. I'm just waiting for a big influx of downside volume. We're pushing lower and lower and lower. Let's scale in. There it is. That's exactly what we were waiting for right there. Push down, volume overtaking these. Ideally, we want to be up here if we can. But where are we for now? 1.5. Projecting if we can push into the green here. I'm going to scale in pretty heavy. We just, again, need to see volume, really. Especially if we're going to add that much size. So I'm really going to wait. I really want to see us at these levels. If we're going to add in that much size. For now, it's looking okay. 400. the max I typically like to risk per trade. We're gonna have to bring obviously this stop right down if we get in here, but let's just wait and see. All right, PD. At least want to see volume higher than here, or if we're taking these lows, like around in here, I think we can take these lows out. All of these buyers are going to be in some drawdown. Just waiting, just being patient. There we go. We'll push past this VWAP here. We've taken those levels that we were talking about before. A fair bit of volume on these candles, so we'll just see if we can continue pushing lower, or whether we want to flip. Fair bit of volume, but if till we see volume to the upside on these candles, I'm not going to be too worried. Again, it's a 15 seconds, so I can't take everything too serious. But the same token, it's given me all the information I need that translates on these time frames. So I might see a push up here on an M3. There's the move to the downside. There's that volume we're talking about exactly right here. So we are green lighted. I just want to see a continuation. That's not good to have that much volume and then the candle closes like this. But again, 15 seconds. So just got to take it with a grain of salt. Might push up just a little bit to an M30 now. Okay, I'm not liking that at all. I'm getting out of there. That's okay. We can jump right back in. Moving a bit quick here, but that's all right. Just being mindful of that. I've just learned to be very careful when you're seeing candles like this with a lot of volume stepping in. But good to see we're right back down at this level. That's okay. Took a tiny loss there. Gonna scale into this position. Risking 400 still. Stops at point of control, just above here. This is a little bit tight as well. Risking a bit too much now on this though. That's okay. Just TP. Just waiting for a break of this. That's really going to be the final confirmation. I don't think we need to add. We've already got a pretty hefty size on here. Just want to see a decent closure below this. And we should continue spilling from here. Gonna adjust our risk. It's a little bit early, I know. We just need to see a closure below this. Just don't want this to rebound on us from here. Take the downside as much as possible. Good trade, we're in here. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Point of control. Perfect rejection off that. Cannot stress it enough. Like, if you're not trading volume profile, add it to your kit. It's insane. Let's see if we can continue this spill down. Might have been talking a bit too soon here, but still, even just if you can capture this, like, I mean, that's pretty decent. Funded account, there's your winning day. Just stack up a few days. Want to shift to break even. I just want to make sure that there's no like fair value gaps or points of interest. shouldn't come back to this high. I don't mind our stop here, to be honest. I don't mind this. So risking total loss would be about 115 on these accounts, and we're looking at about 150 on this one to make 1.5. So I'm not happy with, I mean, I am very happy with that risk to reward. Come back to our 15. What's the storytelling right now? We've seen a lot of volume at this point here, so we do got to be mindful of that. It looks like we're starting to see sellers get a bit more aggressive here though, so this low would be first target, but I think these lows look prime. So we're basically just going to trail for every 200. We're going to take 100 in profit. So we're taking at least half risk off the table. So we're at 200. We've taken about, ideally, I think from now on, I just need to keep the risk at 200, and I can do this. I don't know why I haven't. So I'll put that at 200. I'll keep the profit at 5, automatically apply this, and so no matter whatever I'm putting in, and I should start at 1 micro, that 200 is going to give me enough of a buffer. And then yeah, I just need to have more strict rules and mechanical rules. So if X, then do Y. It's going to help with the discipline aspect. So if we hit 400, we're going to go to break even here. Haven't seen volume at these levels, so not too worried. This high, wherever this big candle is, should be a target for liquidity. So I wouldn't be surprised if we sweep this high and then spill lower. Volume really does help tell so much of the story, because people know there's a lot of orders on this candle. So let's go take out those orders and then continue our direction. So I'm putting my cursor here. I want to see this high taken. Yep, so there's that high taken. A lot of volume on this candle here. A lot of volume. So yeah, if we probably take it on another account, to be honest. Liking what we're seeing, so it's gonna make it too big for me. There's the 200. It didn't pop up. I think because I have to do it on all of these. Makes sense. Yeah, a lot of volume to the upside. It's a rejection candle as well, still going down. So I like this for added entries. So what realistically I can add 4 more to that. But let's not go crazy. Keep watching that risk. So this should be around 200. We're scaling in here. Yeah, 200, perfect. Go to 5, it's 400. Okay, keeping an eye on the risk here. time frames here. Good spot to stop. Could push up into here. Just gotta be mindful of that. I don't mind this position at all. It's 200 for 1.5. That's fine. So pretty much can leave that. Don't need to stress about that. Just these two accounts I've got to be a little bit cautious of. Nice. I want to see this respected. Push to the downside here. Very low volume on that bearish candle here. High time frames, M15. Closure below this on an M15 is really what we need to see. Hourly push up, if we can close down even towards NDOG for the last 15 would be great. M5, still looking bearish. Still no volume. I'm gonna get 8 always. That's the most volume so far. It is telling, but it just means there's a lot of orders resting right here too. Nothing news-wise as well, hence why probably lower volatility in the market. I think this last 15 seconds, not either this one or the one after this candle should be significant because we've got a 15-minute closure coming up. So wait to see. Might see a push back up into that 3-minute gap, which is just above our stop here. Ideally, yeah, in this candle we should see some volume and we should see some direction be decided on. Cool, spilling lower. Gonna scale in here. Double the position.